Yeah.
So you don't need to be confident, or you don't need, or have money or working or certificate or independent to get rid of men or need or whether or not. You know what I mean? You do that for yourself. It has nothing to do with your relationships.
Yeah.
It's like going to the gym, you know? You don't go to the gym for other people to look at you and be like, oh, look, she looks good, she looks amazing. You go to the gym because you want to be healthy. You want to, once you have that mentality, you will understand that you don't do things for men, you do things for yourself. It's not related.
Right. But for men, we go to gym because we want to look good naked.
Well, that's up to you.
Right.
You see,
But
that's
women, don't. Yeah, women say they don't, but
I do want to look good, but I want to look good for my, because I'm not all the time naked around you. I'm naked around myself more. I
I
think
want to say when I look in the mirror, I want to be like, yeah,
for me,
in general, yeah. But I hear you.
but it's who first?
Ladies first.
No. Oh, so you're doing it for ladies, then yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it didn't matter, I would just be whatever.
Jumpy
Yeah.
and
Like
rounded.
yeah. If it didn't matter, dudes wouldn't care. But it matters because
I want to look good for the women.
right now, the funny thing is, beauty is not our responsibility necessarily for men. You can see ugly
One
dudes with cute
sparkling
girls
water, sir.
right
Here.
here,
And one watermelon.
and you can see. It's weird when you see
An ugly girl with a handsome man.
right. So it's like you think, oh, when it's the ugly guy, you're like, oh, he's either funny or he's got a big dick, and that's pretty much
Let me give you a
what's,
third one.
or a lot of money.
No, let me give you a third one.
Yeah.
When you're prettier than the man, they will appreciate you and value more. Yes.
To an extent.
No, it's a reason. It's a reason. They'll be like,
There's
he'll be grateful that I'm with him.
there's a diminishing return to that though.
Yeah.
Up to a certain point, we
So-
know.
It's a lot of reasons. But also, sometimes there are women who don't know that they're beautiful
Yeah.
and don't know that they can pull by their look. Let's just we're keeping the personality and the depth
Well, so
aside.
so guys and women's personality. For women, personality is high up on the list of things they want to find.
Yeah,
For guys, it's not.
I know.
It's just not a
That's
negative
why,
personality.
yeah, that's why I'm telling you, once you understand that what you're doing is you're doing it for yourself, it won't matter more because,
That doesn't apply for us though.
no, for us.
Right. And so we understand that about y'all, but women don't understand that about men. So women think a man is shallow for the reasons why he comes for a woman, which is basically beauty, sexuality, right?
And
But
that's
then
why it hurts when they feel ugly and unwanted because men don't approach them. That's why the confidence.
but that's not what I'm going with. What
No.
I'm saying is, so the issue is, to me, the issue is that women think men should think like women, and men know how to think like women, but we refuse to act like women, good men, right? And so, in any concept, realize we want the opposite outcome. So when you consider on the surface level, somebody meets somebody and they want to have a real relationship. The most serious thing I can get out of a relationship is sex. The most serious thing she can get out of a relationship is provision, protection, all these other things. But none of that stuff matters to me because that's
just want to get laid.
that's what I'm missing. I go to a relationship for what I'm missing. If I'm already making money, I already have respect, I already have all these other things, then what's the missing piece? That's what I need from a relationship.
You can just get girls.
Not
do
just
one-night
sex.
stands.
It's not just sex. It is sex with somebody who values me.
Yeah, intimacy.
So then speak
It's
up.
intimacy. You don't want to say it, I'll say it for you. Because if it's just sex, you can pay it by the hour.
How am I going to put it? Here's what I'm saying. For us, it's different. And now some guys are absolutely okay with that. Some guys are at a level where they're just like, I just want to have sex and be done with it. And that's cool.
But you want to be intimate with someone.
Well, I'm not. I'm saying some guys don't want the intimacy. They just want the sex. And they're rich enough to be like, here's $1,000, let's do it and get out of the way type of thing. There are guys whose time is so much important to them that they don't have time to get to know the person. There are other guys who enjoy the part where you have to hunt, you have to practice, you have to fail to succeed. That's the enjoyable part of dating. But then there are guys who are afraid of that as well. So there's like 3 different levels in there.
Yeah, but
right?
that's dating. That's not a relationship.
Well, you date to find a relationship, right?
Yeah, but
Well-
then when you want to date someone and you want to be in a relationship with them, okay, you
That's
do want.
that's where.
Okay.
Because if I'm dating you for 2 years, that's a relationship, right?
Well, unless it comes with the other terms, no, it's not.
What terms you mean? So
Like when it's clear to both of us that we're in this, because some people be in some sort of a relationship where it's not like it has another name and
Right.
they're comfortable with it,
Yeah.
and they just keep on having it for years,
yeah.
but it's not an actual boyfriend and girlfriend.
Well, that's wordplay. Guys know about wordplay.
I know.
So, but the truth is a girlfriend and boyfriend are 2 people that regularly see each other and do whatever each other wants to do together. Right.
Yeah, but
Without
then
somebody
I believe
officially
in,
giving
I
it a
believe in
title.
labels.
Right.
So to me, if
And-
it's not labeled to both of us and it's clear to both of us that we're now in a relationship, you're my girlfriend and you're my boyfriend and
Right.
we're together,
Right.
it's not a relationship to me.
And that's fair. So there.
Because then it will be like, you thought that, I didn't say anything.
Right. And that's absolutely how guys will play it, right? They'll be like, well, I never said that.
I never said that.
And
It's
so
all on your head.
You learn that from a guy.
Yeah.
Right. That's a guy's play.
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying. So
We need to
at the end of
learn.
the day, it's because guys understood what women were looking for was a word or this or a feeling, and they
Oh
would
yeah,
work.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
But then you can't just throw out the relationship card and then keep on doing what you're doing because it comes with, you know.
Unless he's a compulsive liar, in which case, because women fall in love with what they hear. So here's what women most find is that
You know, we have a lot of issues as women, and the more we understand ourselves and the more we realize these things and confess it to ourselves, let's just put people aside, just confess it to ourselves, the better it will be. For example, we as women, we settle for less than we want.
oh, for sure, yeah.
Because we believe that, well, okay, this is as good as it's gonna be, so I'm just gonna lower my expectations to this level.
Hmm.
And that's when everything goes south, because now that he knows that you accepted or settled for this level,
He
will
doesn't have
go
to give you-
lower.
he doesn't have to give you more.
He doesn't have to give you more, and he knows that he can give you less, and you will also accept it. That's why men get away with cheating. They can cheat on you once, twice, and 3 times, and you will still be with them.
You
because
can't
he
blame a
knows.
cheater for cheating. You blame the person that stays.
And
Right.
it's always the woman.
Well,
It's always
Think about
the
it.
woman.
If you didn't like cheating, then don't stay when somebody cheats.
I know.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
But he, for some women, he knows. It's just cheating was just an example. But I mean, like, if he gave you 10%, you want, let's say, you want 80%. Okay. Your list is 80%,
Mm-hmm.
and then you met this person.
Uh-huh.
So, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
So much. So, I don't know how to use the thank you, because I don't know how to use.
I'm not going to waste time with all that.
Thank you. So,
Yeah.
you want let's say 80%. That's your list. And somehow your list is 80%. And then you meet this guy, and he knows that you want 80%.
Mm-hmm.
But then he gave you only 50. And you were like, okay. Or, what the heck, let's just, okay, I'm gonna take the 50%. So now he knows that you settled for less than what you want, even though you can get it.
Can you?
Yes,
How can you get it?
not from him.
How can you get it though?
You will meet someone who matches what you want.
We tell our daughters that all the time. But what if he doesn't exist?
He does exist when you're realistic. We don't want Superman. Once you want a Superman, you will never find that Superman. Because Superman is from Kryptonite. He's not from here. He's not from Earth. He's not a human being.
Right.
He's a
So
Superman.
the problem is the way women date. They can't date less than what they dated before. So inevitably, there's a story, there's a joke where there's a store where you can get a husband and it's got 6 floors. And you can take your husband and trade him in to the next floor up, but you can't come back down
Yeah.
if you go up to the next floor to get a husband. So you come there, first floor, you trade him in for a second floor guy, bring him back, go to a third floor guy, keep going, and by the time you get to the 6th floor, it's just a bunch of women standing there because they never could accept the flaws in the guys. And then
Yeah.
they end up going to the 6th floor and you can't come back down. So it's just a bunch of
But-
single ladies.
Yeah, it's sad, but if you thought of it, let me take this big bite. Accepting your flaws or accepting you is different than expecting or accepting the minimum you're giving me. You know what I mean?
Say that again?
You said they keep on going up because they didn't accept the flaws of the men, and they always wanted
Whatever
better.
it is, maybe he was a cheater, so they moved up to another guy.
Yeah,
And he was a beater, and they
So-
moved to another guy. And he
there
was
are
drunk.
some deal breakers,
Yeah.
and then there are some things that are humane. No one's perfect. Because even you, the woman who's trying to get to the 6th floor, or the 7th floor, you're not perfect.
Women don't believe that.
No, yeah,
No, they don't.
not all of them.
So,
And again, the culture always plays again. But then you need to learn to accept your flaws and accept the fact that everyone have their own flaws. You either be okay with their flaws and get on with it, or you don't. Because again, you're not perfect. So you have to accept that idea and expect that from other people. If I'm accepting you with all your flaws and you're not accepting mine, that's not okay.
yeah.
So you need to be more realistic than fancier or fantasize about a man who doesn't exist, because you're not even up to that level. You know when they tell you if you can't date yourself, lower your standards?
That's it.
Huh? You never heard of that? Yeah. I'd say believe that. They tell you that.
To women,
Mhm.
if you can't date yourself, lower your standards.
Mhm.
Mm.
If you can't date yourself, lower your standards. And it's like it's a full concept, because they now moved to the what is it called? A filter where it changes you to a man.
Yeah.
So you use the filter, and it shows you how you look as a man. And if you can't date what you see, Lower your standards. But then this applies to everything. It doesn't apply only to the looks, even though yeah, men only first thing for men is the looks, but
But no, so I don't prescribe the same things for men as I do for women. Same if I had a son and a daughter and I was raising them, I wouldn't have them doing the same things. I would ask my daughter, "Are you hungry?" Then I would tell my son, "Fix your sister something to eat and mow the grass if you want some food."
like earn it.
Yeah, because he has to earn it. She deserves it.
Yeah.
And as long as he grows in that way, he never thinks anything is handed to him. And it's out of love, of course, but it's really about preparation for the world.
I know. I fully understand that.
No. So, all through life, I never prescribe the same thing for men and women. I always try to see the differences between the two because we respond to something completely different. You know, it could be the same situation, but we just see it different based on our traumas or our upbringing or whatever, you know?
Yeah, and this, you know, you can clearly see this when they cheat. So wait. Hear me out, then disagree. When a woman cheats, the first question he will ask is, "Did you sleep with him?" But when a man cheats, the first question we ask, "Do you love her?" And this shows you how different priorities and mindset is.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. So
But I think the first question is, did you F her as you throw the phone at him? Did you? I think that's how they say that. Is that what you want? Something like that, right? So then again, this term cheat.
Also-
Yeah, go ahead.
in my culture, we don't raise our hands to our men, on our men, whatever.
So that's old school.
We
That's
don't do
traditional,
that.
right? That's traditional. So we come from a bastardized culture that was started with sort of traditional principles, but we glorify rebellion and we try to normalize the weird things.
So what?
The weird things, you know, like I said, in America, they'll convince you that purple hair is a natural hair color. They'll fight to say that. It's just not though.
It's not. You don't. So yeah. In my culture, you don't fight. You don't raise your hand on your man, and you don't raise your voice also.
Yeah.
And then this is a literal translation, but in my culture, the man is the god of the house.
Yeah.
That's what his name is.
Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's responsible for everything. And he's valuable. He's respected. However, our women are goddess themselves. So you don't hit her because men will repulse you. Like they will literally cut you off. Sorry. They will literally cut you off if you raise your hand on a woman. You're not considered a man anymore, so you're not welcomed here with the men
Yeah.
because you're not a man.
Fair enough.
Yes, but then if you, as a woman, raised your hand to your man, that's a big disrespect that will not go easily. Even though we don't have it, like I've never heard of a Sudanese woman who beats her husband or hit him. And if you're fighting, and then you people are trying to fix things, like the families are trying to fix things, and you'll be like, he hits me. End of story. We don't want to. We don't want to know what did you do,
Uh-huh.
because you can be very annoying to the point where you deserve to be beating up, but he doesn't get to do it.
Yeah.
So once you be like, he hit me, they will stand by your side and they be like, you did disrespect our daughter, you treated her bad, thank you so much, and they will cut you off. But then once you leave, they be questioning her.
Oh yeah.
What did you do? Because in no way he just walked in and started beating you, unless he drinks or something.
Yeah.
So it's not okay. Even his family would be on your side.
Yeah.
So that's how I was raised. And a man is a man, a woman is a woman. We each one of us have their own role, responsibilities, and place.
Right. So, going back to the question about
Relationship,
what's it like dating in the Middle East,
it's bad.
what makes it so bad?
I don't know, a lot of things maybe. First, most of the men here believe that they can they can get whatever they want.
Confidence.
And it's overconfidence, you know, the bad one, because sometimes you're not that good to be that confident. Why are you like,
To somebody he is, right?
no?
See, exactly, because not every man deserves a woman.
No, because we're all struggling with the same thing.
No,
like,
no.
No, as women. Like all my friends, they're either already married and that's it, but the rest are all single. I don't have a friend who's in a relationship. They're all married and the rest is single. And
Well, that's the rule, technically, right? If you're not married, you're single. But yeah, I hear you, but they're not dating, yeah.
They're not
well,
dating,
so,
okay.
and here's the thing.
uh-huh.
Part of that has to be the culture, but then part of it is the misunderstanding between men and women. If you go out to a social event, a club specifically, and you go out with your group of friends and you never go meet new people, then you would just come home with your group of friends.
There's another issue, the mindset, because here, and this, I face this, and a lot of people agrees with me, even men. Usually when they meet a woman in a nightclub, they don't take her seriously.
Fair enough.
And if we're in a restaurant, we're all eating, a group of girls and then a group of men there, he will never approach you.
Of course not.
But then if we met in a club, you will approach me.
Because it's a
but
social setting.
we're in a restaurant.
That's not necessarily a social setting. So
Yeah, but then like
think
a
about
brunch. Let's
think
say
about
a
how
brunch.
brutal women are, especially a pack of them, and one dude wants to come up and talk. There's always one running defense. There's always one that's faking like she's married. The one that likes you won't look at you. Women do the least attractive things to try to attract guys.
No, but then there's signs.
Those
If I looked
signs
at
are
you
not real
and
signs.
smiled, no.
I'm trying to tell you. So as men, we have
Have
to
you
learn.
ever met a woman who looked at you and kept eye contact with you, maintained eye contact with you,
No.
and smiled at you?
Not very often. Not very often.
And if she did, do you approach her?
Not usually.
So what more do I do? Do I
Well,
have
so
to come?
it doesn't happen. So typically, a girl that's locking eyes on me is not a girl that I want to lock eyes on, or vice versa, right? So the girl that I'm trying to look at, she thinks I'm ugly. So it's always like an offset, right? So when women say there's no guys, it's because
There's no
the
guys
guys
they like.
that she likes.
Yeah.
Whereas for men, when we say there's no girls, it's because all the girls we like are looking up above our heads. You know what I mean? And so it's just always like that when you're dating. Fortune favors the bold is what they say. So what you have to do is you have to kind of just walk up and be willing to strike out And once you do that, you find that there's more success there
So
than not.
usually, I don't get approached by men in life. And then my friends, the girls, they said because I'm difficult. But then when I asked the men, they said I'm intimidating.
No?
Like my energy says no, don't approach me, don't come here. But I think I'm a friendly person because I'm smiling. In my personal opinion, I don't think I'm giving that tough, intimidating energy.
Uh-huh.
That's what I think. But it turns out I do. So I don't know. What was the energy that you got from me when we first met?
Well, you remember we came over there, 'cause we had the extra bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and y'all were celebrating a birthday,
Mine.
and we didn't like champagne. It wasn't even for us. So I ordered champagne for the performers.
Uh-huh.
They did something awesome. I was like, hey, we'll get some champagne for them. It was two of them, so it was like 2 champagnes. I'm thinking like a glass of champagne, right?
Yeah, but then it's a whole bottle.
It was 2 bottles that came, and I'm like, oh, I don't like champagne that much. So then we're like, hey, they have a birthday. Let's give some to them.
Mhm.
Those bottles were like 2,300 real a piece. It was crazy. It was stupid. It was such a dumb price. And they've been trying to upsell me on it. It was stupid. I was upset about it. But either way, it was just what it was, you know? And so then we sit down and toast the birthday, you know, and it was a accepting, open vibe, I would say, versus like, I don't know, what I would expect out here. You know, most people are kind of too good to be spoken to in public. At least it seems like they act that way.
So we look like too good to.
No, I'm just saying in general when you go out, especially in clubs and stuff, it's just people are like, they just look snooty. I don't know. It's not really my place. You know, I've been in like 5 clubs in 8 months, you know. I don't go to a club by myself. I have to go if somebody invites me. But,
Yeah.
you know, but yeah. So it was cool. We were lucky y'all were cool, so.
So you didn't have like a reading into me.
I wasn't reading. Why?
Because I want to know, do I really give that type of energy out to the world?
Any guy that's intimidated by a woman is either tiny or he's still a boy, I would
Is
say.
weak.
Yeah.
If I intimidate you, you're weak.
Yeah,
And
for
my
sure.
friends, they were like, lower your guards. I'm like, no. If you can't climb up my wall,
Well,
you
no,
don't
so
deserve the view. So,
fair enough. But I mean, that's not a winning strategy technically in the dating market. But
Yeah, but then I'm not gonna lower my guards. I'm not gonna look weak for you to feel strong. I am
and
who
that's
I am.
but that's fine. But again, there are versions of you. Like there's a version of me that's super energetic, and there's a version of me that's tired and likes to take naps.
Yeah.
They're both me. There's a version of me that looks like I want to intimidate people, and there's a version of me that doesn't. Still me. And this is why it's difficult when women are successful financially and in the workplace for them to find successful relationships usually is because women don't know how to switch it off. You know what I mean? And so they can try, but it just, there's a part of them that changes when they become that style and it doesn't go away even at home. So when you say I'm not going to not be this version of myself, if I have this in me, that's absolutely understandable, but you also have a soft side.
I do have a soft side, and
So,
no,
in
but
order to attract somebody,
I'm not going out looking
well, that's
like
what you
this.
you just said I won't look weak so you can look strong, and then you
No, like look weak, like actually act like I'm.
do
like,
you think that physically you are stronger than most men that you meet?
No,
So then you don't have to act like you're weak.
thank you.
Right.
That's what
So
I mean.
then
No,
when
no,
you
no,
say
no.
that,
But it's the energy. Well, my friends are saying that the vibe, the energy that I'm giving out, it gives like I don't approach me.
hmm
It's like blocking, or it's like I have it all. I don't need you.
hmm
The type of energy that comes out of me.
yeah,
And I'm like, I don't think I do that because when I'm out, I'm not closed sitting by the corner. I'm not looking people up and down like judgy eyes.
right.
No, I'm smiling, I'm dancing, and I look like I have some eye contact with people. And if I catch you looking at me smiling, even if I don't like you, even if you're not my type, even if I think I can do better, whatever it is, I don't think that a glimpse can actually determine that.
Then you understand or fail to understand that uninvited guests
Yeah. So
issue, right? So if you, this is why women have to protect themselves from the wrong guy approaching
I know,
by
but then
not making eye contact
n-
and things
yeah,
like that, you know?
I do avoid eye contact with some certain men that I know they're not good for me. I know. I'm not guessing. It's not the way you look. I know. So I will avoid you
hmm
because I know you. Not maybe my friend dated you.
Oh,
Maybe,
that's different.
huh?
That's
Like,
different. I'm talking about dudes you don't know.
yeah.
You have to assume. And so for women,
I just smile to
right.
people because I believe that you don't need to give bad energy, like send out bad energy. Because if you're not a bad person, but to me you do look like you're a bad person. It's my personal opinion.
I know.
And then I give you this bad look that you're worthless, or you're like I give you a bad look that may be translated to you in a various bad things. Not worthy, lower than me, disgusting, whatever it will translate it to you, it's a bad look. Maybe that will hurt you, and maybe that
So
will.
nobody cares about guys' feelings. And it's important that it stays that way.
No, I don't care about people's feelings.
Right. Okay. So then you
So I give
shouldn't.
out this energy to everyone.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So you shouldn't be worried about hurting some guy's feelings by the way you look
I don't
because
want to be hurt.
he needs to be hurt.
Well, it's other person can do that. It doesn't have to be me.
But either way, he's
You
got to
know,
learn
I
that
just
lesson.
I give out what I want to be receiving.
I don't.
That's me. That's me. That's who I am. So I don't look to people in a judgy way because I don't want anyone to look me in a judgy way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because I know when someone looks you in a bad way, it just makes you question yourself. I don't want that. It's not a good feeling. Why would I make anyone, regardless you're a man or a woman, a child or a grown up, why would I make you feel bad about
We're
yourself?
really just talking about men. So men need to feel bad about themselves in order to motivate themselves to be a
I
better
can make
person.
you feel bad about yourself. I can make you go kill yourself, but then not with my eyes. After I meet you, I talk to you, and I realize you're a shithole.
Well,
Then I will make you kill yourself. I'm a Capricorn. I know how to be tough, but I
most
don't.
most guys, we we, I think a man needs to thrive in that situation. And I mean, there are different versions of men, sure, but like the best is to be put down in the mud and find that as a reason to continue to push forward rather than to just stay there and lie down. So, if you don't get those opportunities to get shot down as a man, we're taught by our mothers
Mhm.
to avoid that and like that we deserve this and that's how I came up and I had a fear of rejection and I didn't talk to enough girls. I didn't kiss enough girls in high school. I should have went on that dance or that date and I didn't do enough of that.
Because you don't want to be get rejected, or.
I was more afraid of being rejected than anything, and so it hindered my opportunity to experience life until such a later age, which is fine. I don't care. But now that I am experiencing life, I would prescribe this to young men. Here's what you got to do. You got to get out there. You got to fail. just 10 times, and then you'll see something, you know. And you gotta let it hurt. I recently put out a video about it. You really gotta let it hurt. You gotta feel that pain, but don't try to end it. Don't try to stop the pain. Sit in it, and then take that anger and throw something like a disc, or learn how to shoot, or learn how to write it down, you know, and channel that. But I don't.
Evolve.
Well, yeah, just focus the potential that you have, because anger is the most motivating emotion I've found. Anger and sadness pretty much can be the most motivating. But don't waste it. You know what I mean? Don't waste that anger. You can use it. And so, but for women, I would prescribe to stay away from the things that hurt you. Don't involve yourself in guys you don't need to involve in, that are just going to end up giving you 7 years of trauma down the road. Because then when you find the guy you want to meet, or you find the life you want to live, you start to filter through the crap that this dude did that you never should have been hanging out with. You know what I mean? And so I found that women take trauma and it makes them bitter and hard on the outside, whereas men take trauma, good men, and it makes them want to not duplicate it in the world. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, we got to know what we don't want to continue by experiencing the bad and then keeping it from happening to people that we care about.
So I believe that for me, the way I was going through life and things that happened to me, there is certain ways that I've been treated with, or treated, I don't know what the term for it. But then I got to the point where I don't want anyone to feel this way, the way I felt. So, if when people lie to me, I end up getting hurt. So I'm not gonna lie to anyone.
You can lie.
Yeah, because this one might not be affected by my lies, but this one might. So I don't know which one of you is gonna be hurt if I lie to them, and I don't want to hurt anyone. I know your mentality. I know that what you said, but that's me.
I hear you. Yeah.
So, but then it doesn't mean that I'm going to accept being lied to.
Yeah. You shouldn't.
Yes.
You shouldn't.
And I'm being honest with you, but then when I detect that you're lying to me, I'm gonna hurt you. Not by lying to you, but I'm gonna just face you, and I'm gonna be brutal about it.
Well, so brutal honesty isn't necessarily painful. The thing is
Mine is. You
Well, I
haven't
mean-
tried it.
there's not a lot that people can tell me that I don't know about me.
Yeah, but then sometimes.
And then so there's like the other part of it where it's just insulting, but insults, you know, we got to get over that part either way. So, but here's what I'm saying: you're putting out what you want to receive in the world, which is a wholesome idea, but has it served you?
Also, I know what I deserve. It has nothing to do with me expecting or not.
What do you deserve?
Huh?
What do you deserve?
I deserve the world. I deserve everything good
How
in
so?
life.
How do you figure that?
Just like you said. There's nothing a person can tell me about myself that I don't know. What makes me realize that I deserve the world is because I know that I'm a good person. I know that because I worked on myself, not because it was told to me. Like, it's not people telling me that, oh, you're a good person. No, I know. I worked on being a good person.
I'm a bad person.
To you?
I had to work on that though to get there.
You're bad to yourself or you're bad to people?
People.
So you're bad to people. So you're gonna be bad to me?
Yes, but the way Jesus put it, there's no good men. And I just really stuck with that. So It's not that I want to be. It's just it's human nature. I'm a bad person, and I do everything I can to try to fight it. Sometimes, then sometimes I don't. You know, it plays out to most people's favor, but the fact is
Oh no, we all have.
I'm subject to fail a lot.
Wait. So we have good sides and bad sides, and we have good days and bad days. It's a yin and yang. It's black and white. It's left and right. Everything in the world has two sides. The thing is, did you groom these sides? Did you learn how to? I don't want to say control because that's a big word and it might be misunderstood. But did you understand how to deal with these sides in you? I know that my bad side, and I've learned this. I'm not just a bad person like, oh, I'm a baddie. My bad side can ruin people's lives.
I mean, potentially, but
It is like, because I'm not talking about women, girls, and what they can do. I'm talking about specifically me.
hmm
I know I can ruin people's lives if I drive. Like if I switch, and I switch to black, to bad. As good as I am, and I'm a very good person, I'm 10 times worse for my bad side. And I've learned to to groom it because it's like, when you can't come back from it. It's
yeah.
not like, oh my god, I lost control, I switched to bad forever. No, 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 no. What you do when you lock bad,
hmm
that what you can't come back from it. The actions that I can do, the damage that can
Do you
happen.
think it's more damage than another person can do?
Well, if I ruined your life,
For instance, how would you ruin a guy's life?
it depends. I can just ruin them, their work, just let them lose their job.
How?
I'll figure it out. I know you. I'm not just gonna wake up and decide that, oh, I'm gonna hurt you. No, no,
No,
no.
I'm
I
saying.
know you. So I'm learning about your work, your life.
Right. So if you know where a guy works, what you mean? Like you're gonna go to his job and
Maybe just not go to your. No, I'm not gonna go to your job and act crazy.
okay.
But
So
I
what
can
would
just
you do?
figure out a way to get you lose your job. Like frame you for something or hide something in you, whatever. I don't know how I will do it, but I can reach to that level where I can just get you, do something to you and make you deported from the country. I'm just gonna be like, no, you're not, me and you, we're not gonna be in the same country anymore.
hmm
You gotta go. And I will work day and night. I will figure out how to get you deport this country, even if it means me getting deported with you. I just want to make sure that you will leave. You will be sent back to your house. Maybe this will end up in a good way for you because you'll get a new life back home. You can get a new job, whatever. But to me,
hmm
the fact that I got you lose this job, this life that you built over time, whatever months, years, whatever, this life you no longer have.
So can
You
you
can
see
go
how
start.
that version of yourself is less effective, not more effective?
No, but to me at that time, I switch. I'm like, I don't know
Every
what
woman,
I'm gonna
every
do.
every woman possesses that. Right.
Yes, so I
Right.
have I have the ability to, like, I can just get some men to beat you up. That's it. That's it. Just pay some people and be like, you know what? Beat him up. That's it. I'm just gonna
So that's what
enjoy
I'm saying.
seeing
So
blood.
the the extent of your fury is the same extent as every woman's.
Maybe.
It's unrational.
Oh
It's
no, no, no. I will think it. I will plan it. But
it's not about planning. It's just irrational, right? So it's trying to kill a fly with a sledgehammer, basically. It's overkill, right? It's beyond the point of like,
no. It depends on the damage.
but so hear me out. Either way, you're going to get more than what you lose in an attempt, but you won't recoup it. But that's the goal is, whatever you cost me, I'm gonna cost you more. But Every woman possesses that. We as men know that.
Yes, but then I don't want. I'm not the crazy type that's
Surely
gonna
you are.
go. Huh?
You just said you were.
Yes, but no, you don't know. What I mean is, I'm not the type that's just gonna go wreck your car, break your glass, yell at you in the streets, be loud about it, or fight you for it. No, I'm gonna just sit and think and figure out a way, or just I'm not gonna go crazy and just blindly do things randomly. I'm gonna.
Well, so if you're saying you would do something even if it got both of you deported, that would be a blind and
Yeah, I can reach that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to reach that. That's why I'm grooming this side of me.
I hear you. Yeah. So again, and this is part of the spectrum what it is to be a woman. Women can be so many different versions of themselves all at once. Whereas a good man, we have like 7 things we have to do.
Oh yeah,
It's very, very straight.
yeah.
Right. And so it's like so the things that men have to do is be honest, make money, be generous, be able to kill, and like maybe 2 or 3 other things. But on that list, fidelity is not one of them. And it's been proven over and over and over again through history. But every woman in the world believes that stops now in a sense, but it just doesn't, right? So in most examples of guys that you've dealt with, a lot of times cheating came up. And it's not because necessarily they were all weak or this or that, but it's because it's already part of their DNA, right? And they just didn't have the balls to be honest about it. Is what I've found in the books and the studies and the podcasts and the talks I've listened to is
And that's why you're in an open relationship?
that's why I'm honest about who I am. Because if you know who I am, then you know that I'm not lying to you. And then if you decide I can deal with this dude, then you deal with this dude. But if you can't, you already know that. So I'm not wasting your time. You see what I'm saying? Ideally, would there be open relationships? No. But as much as women think they do to feed a man, it's like 4 times more they have to do, right?
Are you closing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We're good if you want to take this stuff, yeah. I'll just keep these
The
two.
water
Yeah.
for me, but you can take the other thing.
And so, as much as a woman knows for sure what she thinks she should be doing for a man to be happy, I would argue that it's like 4 times more, right? So, in all of her day, the amount of effort she spends to make him happy, her with everything else she's got going on, you don't have that much time to do it 4 times over around the clock. That's how much men feed off of whatever it is that we need, okay? And so,
Do you want gum?
sure. And so, what I've kind of deducted is if you split the responsibility, well, thank you. Of course, with women having their days off and days on, but if you split the responsibility, there's less pressure on said woman. Because whether he tells you or not, he's got other women. Is usually the case. If he didn't, you probably wouldn't be attracted to him. So, I love the sound of that one. So what we learned is there was an example where a guy says, a woman and a man are side by side. The man has slept with 100 women, not prostitutes, and the women have slept with 100 men, not prostitutes. What does that mean? What's the difference between the two?
So wait, the man is not
So-
he slept with 100 women.
But not prostitutes.
Uh-huh.
And same with the women. She slept with 100 men. None of them were prostitutes. What we deduce from the two subjects is in order for a man to get 100 women to sleep with him, he had to prove some kind of value to 100 different women, right? But in order for a woman to get 100 men to sleep with her, she just had to lay down. She didn't have to prove anything, right? It's not hard. You know what I mean? And so,
It's a point of view.
but it's the truth, right? So I can date a girl who's a CEO, and I can date a girl who works at a gas station. It doesn't matter where you work to me. But women, women cannot date a dude that doesn't have a good enough job because he's got to be able to provide something to take care of the house for you to be able to handle what you have to handle in the wives group, right?
So for me to sleep with 100 man, 100 man had to prove themselves to me.
Yes, but you didn't have to prove anything to them. And so potentially they don't, right? So because a girl could sleep with, in America, any Tuesday night at a bar, a chick can go in broke and leave drunk. How's that? Because guys are buying drinks, right? And after you're drunk, what else do we want to do, right? She didn't have to do anything but show up. He had to have money. He had to be funny. He had to not say the wrong thing. He had to not wear the color that her ex wore when he broke up with her. All this stuff is in the equation, right? Got to have good hair, at least all of his teeth, or most of them. You know, there's a lot of things she's looking at. But for him, hey, there's a girl. Let me see what's up, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's different for the two. And a lot of times women say, well, if he can do it, I can do it. And it's like, yeah, technically, but it's not the same if we both do it, you know? And as long as we continue to try to notice the difference between men and women, we can start to see why women don't actually even desire that. One of the great jokes about men and women that I found the Creator has put in us is God gave man the desire to sleep with. If there's a room full of 10 women, he gives him the desire to sleep with all 10 of them tonight. But if it's the woman and she's in a room full of 10 men, she doesn't want to sleep with all 10 of them. She wants to sleep with the best one. She wants to find the best one. Forget about the rest.
Yeah.
However, physically, a woman could sleep with 10 men in one day, but a man can't. He can maybe sleep with two, maybe two and a half, and it's like, that's all I got for the day. You know what I mean? So it's like he gave us a desire that we can't fulfill, and he didn't give women that desire. But if they wanted to, they could fulfill it, you know?
I get you. I understand.
Look
But
like-
then, like you said, we